What is this about President Trump and a statue that you gave him?
Yeah. I don't think I've publicly mentioned this before. I mean, I've told a few people it was nothing less than miraculous. I knew I was going down. They had a big Catholics for Trump prayer thing. You were there. It was, wasn't that glorious, right? Yeah. And so there's like 1,000 people in this big ballroom at Mar-a-Lago. I knew I was flying down on Monday because it was Tuesday the 19th, the Feast of St. Joseph. I mean, it was such a perfect timing. And so late Saturday, Oscar Delgado, who, you know him, right? And you know he won that $4.5 million, and he gave it all to adoration chapels and dedicated it to our Blessed Mother.
Yeah, a huge statue also.
Of Our Lady of Cabejo. Yes, exactly. So he calls me up on late Saturday. Father, I've got to see you Sunday. No, I've got a 12-hour day planned on Sunday. It's already in the books. Oscar wants to get in the middle of it, so I was frustrated with Oscar, but I respect Oscar. How can you not? So if Oscar needs a favor, okay, I'll do it. So, but I didn't know what it was. So I get down to Houston, Minnesota, and he meets me in a sacristy there in a private chapel because I was celebrating a private mass down there. And he hands me this box in it, and he says it's a statue of Saint Michael that he got at the cave of Saint Michael in Italy. He says, you have to give this to President Trump. Well, okay, you can't get within 10 feet of President Trump. And if you get 9.5 feet, there's going to be 3 guys that are going to take you down. And I'd been to Mar-a-Lago at this point, I think this would be my 5th time there. 6th time, I think, was April. So I take it down, and I'm going to this big thing, right? There's like 1,000 people there. And I was very nervous because, you know, I look like this, and this stands out. So anyway, so I go into dinner, and I have this box with me sitting in the table. And I'm thinking, well, I think he was up in New York because he was still in that stupid trial, that abomination of a trial. The abomination that it was. So I didn't even know if he was going to be there tonight, but I thought at least I can say to Oscar, I took the box with me, never saw him, never had a chance, he wasn't there. Then dinner finally was over, and then there was this, I call it the swarm, and because people want to say hello and visit and get selfies and the like, and I literally, myself and 2 musicians were the last people going out the door at the end of the day. There's a couple cleanup crew in there, but as for attendance, myself and 2 musicians. And at this point, it's like after 5 or 6 hours, and I said, I need to, where's the restroom? It's like, you know, we're human. And they pointed down the hallway this way. So I went there. And so when I came out, I literally was the last person to leave the venue. And I didn't know how to get to where I was going because it's clear on the other side of Mar-a-Lago along the beach. And we call them the cabanas. So I spotted a security guard, their young security guard, and I said, can you at least like point me in the direction? He says, come with me, I'll take you on the shortcut. And we walked by, and it was very close to the front door of where the president is, and we just kept walking because you don't meander there. And finally got to a point where I knew where I was, and so I was carrying the box, and I said, okay, I can take it from here. So I started walking, and so you walk out past this, I don't know how to describe it, past this area, and then eventually you walk down this curvy sidewalk, clear over to the cabanas on the beach. And now in that entire time that I have been there, I've never seen a single person on the grass. Right? I'd be afraid to step off that sidewalk because if you get into where are they hiding? Right, the Secret Service. Yeah. So I happened to see over to my left 2 young men, and I thought, what are they doing over there on the grass? I just kept walking, and all of a sudden I hear Father Altman, and I look over, and there's Bo. Now nobody knows who Bo is, but Bo was at my table. I'd met him before. I'm really bad with names and faces, but I recognized him. And so I walked over because you can't be rude and just, so I walked over, and right now it's about 11:15, quarter to midnight.
Oh, quarter to midnight.
It was it was late. I mean, when I left that venue, I was literally the last person out. And he said, this is my friend, Barron.
Oh.
Right, so my only image of Barron is at the inauguration, and he's like, I think 11, and just a little boy. He's now, I think, 6, 7. So like, you look up like this. So when Bo says,
you're looking up.
Yeah, so when Bo says, this is my friend, Barron,
yeah,
I immediately say, it felt like an idiot, the Barron? Like, I mean, how many Barons do you know? I only know one. Yes, the Barron. And I looked up, and sure enough, and I was able then to give him that statue,
Ah.
and he gave it to his dad.
Oh, wow.
How blessed I was in God's providence to run into the one person that I could give that to that would get it to him, and he did. And so then I hear back that it was on his desk and perhaps on his bedstand now. That Saint Michael statue from the cave in Italy that got into his hands.
I am pleased to announce the launch of the new LSNTV app, which can bring all of LifeSite News' top video content direct to your phone, tablet, computer, and TV so that you can bypass the censors and keep fighting with us for life, faith, family, and freedom. Don't be alone in the darkness. We've been canceled. Fight the cancellation. Download the app.